Hi guys, and welcome back to the Ultimate Decades Challenge. It's your girl Beansies, and we're back just in time for Abigail and Ada to age up into infants. So, that is what we are starting this off with. And I just want to preface this episode with, this is going to sound like a lot. I'm warning you now, this is going to be 20 minutes of a lot. Because this covers the years 1307 through 1308. And a lot of stuff that happened in the family, which I apologize for. I didn't realize I hadn't recorded enough for just 1307, and then some things happened, so I was like, well, we'll just do it all together, so it's going to seem a little bit choppy, and for that I apologize. I'm also going to be throwing some lore at you, and I promise to take it as, slow and as gently as I can. Okay? So if you guys want to catch up on any of the lore I don't talk about, or any of the pictures that I mention, or anything like that, that's all going to be posted on the SimTree app at the link you can find in the description of the family tree. It'll be under, under Alira's profile, you can find her diary entries, which will give you all the lore that Alira goes through for a more in-depth look at the life of the Kingstons in the 1300s. So where we last left off, while they're doing this death saving throw, in which the girls must avoid the numbers 12, 16, 18, and 20, where we last left off, the Duke and Duchess had finally made it with their convoy to Henford on Bagley. They had decided to buy a cottage on the other side of the village, away from Aldrich and the Lyra, fix it up into like a mansion, but they haven't said anything yet. They haven't done anything yet. They've not interacted with them yet. They've left them alone, which is making Alira and Aldrich both very nervous and also very glad, because the longer they leave them alone, the more their life can last here. So both girls can age up. They both pass. So Abigail gets the Wiggly trait, and Ada gets the Sunny trait. After their makeovers, they just get to going, man. But Alira is worried that she will be jailed for stealing, and that's in air quotes, a noble son away from his home and his parents, or worse, killed. Her children will wind up in an orphanage, or maybe perhaps working as servants for the house, and Aldrich will be forced to return to the noble life he left. So the Duchess does eventually come over late at night, avoiding Aldrich and the children, just to talk to Alira, and she asks Alira to meet her at her house on the other side of the village tomorrow night after the Duke had left for Windenburg. Alira does agree, but the Duchess does tell her, please don't tell anybody that you're coming over, especially not my son, because he will forbid you. So Alira only tells Sarah that she's going, and hopes that this will all go well. So the next night, Alira does show up at the fancy mansion of the Duchess. It is quite different than the little cottage you guys are used to seeing. As you can see, there's actual wallpaper, moldings, pianos, statues, artwork. But the Duchess basically tells Alira that they have come not as foes. When the Duke got sick and it delayed their trip a couple months ago, they realized that they were getting older, they were going to die soon, and they did not want to fight with their son and his wife any longer. They just want peace. And she wanted to warn them that the Duke was planning on showing up tomorrow, which would be today now, to speak to Aldrich and Alira and see the children. So the Duke and the Duchess show up. They speak to the Duke speaks to Aldrich and apologizes and sort of assures him he's not here to take anything away from him or rip the family apart. He just wants to be a part of his life and his grandchildren's life before he passes, since he is still so sick. So Aldrich and Alira wind up agreeing to this, since they hadn't come to harm them since, but they're kind of leery about it. But you know, they sort of welcome him in, because at the end of the day, these are Aldrich's parents, and he does miss them. So you get some cool screenshots of the Duke and Duchess is interacting with the kids and being nice and grandparently. And unfortunately, this doesn't last long, because shortly after the visit, the Duke gets sick again and passes away. Sorry if that came to a shock for you, but that's what happened. And like I said, it's a very choppy episode. I apologize. Anyway, so the Duchess holds a funeral for the Duke. All of the town shows up because even though their presence was a bit threatening at first, at the end of the day, it provided Henford on Bagley with jobs, fixing up the mansion, with income because they came with wealth. They didn't harm any of them. So, yeah, after that, it's basically business as usual. They both set back to comforting each other when they can. Alira's tending to farm chores as she's able. The Duchess often comes over for tea or to see the children, or she often goes over to the Duchess's house. Do not mind the shrunken barn in the background. Listen, I bought 2 cows, okay? I bought Clover. Clover went missing. I could not find her. She was not in the inventory. She was not in the barn. She was not in the household inventory, so I bought another cow. That cow never showed up. So I couldn't interact with it. Then they magically both showed up in the household inventory, and I can't get them out. So I just shrunk the barn to remind myself that I can't have cows or llamas. Because apparently they hate me. Okay, anyway, so basically everybody's healing from the Duke's passing pretty well. You know, everybody's not quite as sad as they were previously. Edmund's focusing on his lessons again. Aldrich settled into mending to the farm and seeing his mother almost daily and raising the girls, and Alira and him have been, you know, the same as always, lovey-dovey, happy. Like, things have settled into a nice sort of calm for just a little bit. I feel like, unfortunately, the 1300s of it all, it's a lot of roller coaster. It's a lot of we're fine, and then boom, death, sickness, and it sucks. But that's just kind of how it went back then. But anyway, for right this second in the video, everything is okay. I hope you're following. I truly do. Yeah, everything's okay. The girls are learning. Poor little Ada there, just, you know, on the floor, learning some things, doing some stuff. Look at her go. And it's sort of crazy to see how much this place has grown since we started. But like I said, if you want to deep dive into the lore or photos that I don't wind up showing in the videos, please check that out on the Sentry app. You will get more than you bargained for. So, okay, they're doing that. This is the thing. And she's okay. Yep, do that. Okay, do some of this. Alright, way to go. Yes, indeed, it must be nice to be here at home. I like how we started with triplets, and right now we have 3 kids. So, like, we've not lost anything. You know what I'm saying? We haven't lost. Ignore me. Anyway. Okay. Oh, look at her. Look, I think they look so cute. I honestly really love this build. I love, like, the clothes and stuff. I wish, I don't know, like, I wish this is still, like, normal wear sometimes, where you get, like, all dressed up and comfortable. And it's okay. Alright, here we see her trying to teach Abigail how to creep. And the child's just staring at her like she doesn't know what she's talking about. But that's okay. That's okay. We're not asking for too much. We're not asking for too much. But here lately, the Duchess, as she's been visiting, has been appearing thinner, sicker. And she makes a comment to Alira that she doesn't think she's long for this life, but that she wishes she could see their next child be born. So unfortunately, the next day, Aldrich receives word while he's fishing that the Duchess has passed away. She did leave whatever wealth that they had in Henford-on-Begley to Lyra and Aldrich and the children to help them, support their way of life, which they are thankful for. But I feel like this really hit Aldrich very hard because not only had he just healed from his father passing, but now his mother passed as well. So I think it's really hit him hard because he went from thinking he'd never see or talk to his parents again to they had managed to fix their relationship enough so that they were around for like the last year of his children's life, and like they've been working on things and fixing things between them, and they've been more accepting of his way of life and the love of his life and his children. And unfortunately, it was too late. You know what I'm saying? Like they never got to fully become a family again because it was just too late. But Aldrich receives word, and I feel he runs across the village to his parents' mansion. So I feel like he runs over there because he cannot believe it that his mother is gone. And as you can see, this house is much nicer than most of the homes in Henford-on-Begley at the time. But here's his father's grave, and this is my first time playing around with the life or death pack, and I wasn't sure how to keep this photo or maybe like this grave site like for the Duke. Like I really wish you could just put this in your inventory and take it with you, but you can't. And like you can still move the urn, like you can move the urn, but I was like, oh crap, like I can't move anything else. And I like to take with him because I feel like Aldrich would want his parents together on his land with his children to kind of symbolize the fact that they were all together again, like all united again, and that he was accepting the fact that they tried, before they met their end. So I wound up taking pictures of the gravesite because I thought at the very least I could put this picture next to his mother's grave on their home lot so that like at least at bare minimum I had a picture of it, but I wind up not needing it. Because side note, you can, like as long as it's a recently dead sim that you can buy another frame and get another picture like that of that person, I found out. Which I didn't think they would have included, but they did. Well, anyway. So now Aldrich's just heading home, thinking about all the things he has to do for the funeral. And how he's going to go about planning that. Sorry, I was like looking at the notifications here and who is running Roll Funny, so my bad. Anyway. So back home, everybody is grieving. They plan the funeral for the following day, which would be Wednesday. I don't wind up recording that because you cannot set outfits for the wedding. Like, you can set, like, what you think they should show up wearing as, but the Sims are going to wear whatever they want. And I didn't want another, like, not appropriate funeral. So we're picking up on Thursday after the funeral. This is the day after. It is the girls' birthday. So you need to bring a little joy back. So we're really hoping they pass their death saving throws because I do not want to deal with more child death. I don't want to do it. So to age into a toddler, they need to avoid 4, 8, and 12. Just heads up, 4, 8, and 12, that's what they need to avoid. And I'm really hoping that they do, because although they're crying and everything is crazy right now, and it is awful, I need a little happiness, okay? Like, I need a little good to come out of sorry, to come out of this year. I do. I just need it so bad. Like, both his parents died. Like, in sim time, just a day or so after each other. But, like, that's crazy. But as always, I feel like they find comfort. The reason she's flirty right now is because, like Aldrich and Alira normally do, they find comfort for their grief in each other. There's not much else to find comfort in the 1300s, but they find comfort in their family. It's just the children, which now is the children and each other. So, um, and before she passed, the Duchess had mentioned to Alira that she wished that she would be alive to see the baby in her womb come into this world. Okay? And Alira just laughs it off and says she's not pregnant. They're not planning any more children. You know, they've had 5 in total. 2 have died. And that she just doesn't think she could go through another loss. And the Duchess just laughs and says, you'd be surprised what you do for love. But you know, that's pretty much how it went. Now, I do feel like Edmund is very saddened at the Duke and Duchess's passing because he finally had, like, other family in his life besides his mom, his dad, and his sisters. Like, before he had his brother, and, I mean, like, he still has Thomas and Sarah who teach him things and are his parents' friends, but, like, all of his older family is dying besides his parents, and he's running out of role models. Like, he really looked up to the Duke because the Duke proved to him, like, no matter who you are or what your status is in life, if you've made a mistake, it's never too late to fix it. His father proves to him, you know, by the way he treats his mother and them, that, you know, love really is what's important. His mother proves that, like, dedication and loyalty to family is everything. And, like, Sarah and Thomas proved to him that, like, friendship is important. Like, he gets a lot of good influences in his life, but I really feel like he was missing kind of like that grandparently role. So here's the girls' death saving throws. Again, they must avoid a 4, an 8, or a 12. And Abigail does. Okay. And now Ada. Oh, perfect. So they both make it to toddlers. I love that for them. So no more death so far. So they're going to go ahead and age up. I'm going to go ahead and give them makeovers, but I think I'm going to cut this episode off after that because honestly, this has been a lot of information thrown at you in 20 minutes, and I understand if you are overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed. But like I said before, if you really want to get down into the lore of 1307 to 1308, because that is what this episode covers, there's a diary entry that is now up in Alira's profile on the Symmetry app that covers it all. Probably much better than I've explained, even though I wrote it. I'd love for you guys to check that out. I would love for you guys to also do me a favor and check out the Discord server, because if you don't want to look on the Sentry app, photos will be posted in there. And honestly, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, because I feel like with everything I'm going through recently, I haven't been able to put out content as much as I wanted to, but that's okay. So Abigail ages up and she's clingy, which, okay girl, we love a clingy queen sometimes. We're hoping you grow out of it, but it's okay if you don't. Beautiful, gotta make her period appropriate. And here is Ada just laying here.
Kimbo Frosh, you bet.
Okay, let's age her up. Alright. 2 toddlers and a child. Alright, Aja. Okay. Oh, a charmer like William. That's so nice. It's so sweet. I love it. Oh, she's gorgeous. I love that her hair is slightly darker than Abigail's. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this off here. If you can do me that big old favor, hit all the buttons to all the pigs, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.